Ooga fucking Ooga cunts, and welcome back to CNN, the Cunt News Network. We bring you the news that's been brought by somebody else. Tonight with me, as usual, is one of my co-hosts, Sestra. I have no idea. Why am I hearing an echo? Okay, that's annoying as fuck. It turns out I have the watch page on the other tab, and I
forgot to mute.
Did not mute it.
Good job.
I'm a special boy. Yeah.
You're awesome.
I was hearing myself for a second there, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I hearing an echo? Why is there? That's not an echo. That's a delay. Echoes are like, I mean, yeah, delayed, but not like that.
It's one of those nights tonight, dude. Wow, like completely fucking nutso.
It really is. It really. I have no idea where Rob is. The motherfucker's been radio silent. But then again, Rob has actually had an increase in work recently. So chances are he's either still working or he has done so much work over the last several days that it's just drained the fuck out of him, and he's probably having a weed coma right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just
fuck out.
He's taking a nap. Rob does not smoke the marijuanas. How dare you people assume such things of him? He's a God-fearing man, a good man.
He's just adulting.
He is.
And hiding from adulting-ish shit. Whatever.
It's true, very true.
Leave us alone. We can barely fucking hold our own shit together, okay, y'all? Come on.
Pretty fucking much. For anyone who is wondering, of course, or if you're a little confused, and this is probably your first time seeing something like this, with fucking CNN especially, sometimes I have to use Schmeckel's account in order to make these streams happen, because I have two computers. I have a laptop and I have a desktop. The desktop is actually a dinosaur. It's very old. It's close to death. And today it decided to just stop working properly again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Donate your schmeckles for us to get him a new desktop, y'all. Come on.
I'm gonna give everybody a warning right now. If you donate any money, which you should, none of it is going to me whatsoever. All right.
True though.
If you want me to have money, you have to go to my Streamlabs, which I don't know why I never put it anywhere, now that I actually think about it. But if you want to donate money to me so I can actually afford a better computer or some shit like that, you're going to have to send it to my Streamlabs. You're going to have to ask for my PayPal, whatever the case is. Because if you go to streamlabs.com/cuntstream, you're donating to Schmeckel, and I get none of that money. That's money that Schmeckel uses for himself to buy him more hookers and blow.
Yeah, Schmeckel doesn't need your shekels. I don't know Jewish slang.
Wow,
I can't fucking talk tonight. Everybody ignore me. Fuck.
I don't know what happened.
I'm a hot mess. I don't know either. Honestly, I got so much sleep. Today was my mom's birthday, so spent time with her and my brother and went to a buffet, and that was awesome, but completely lost track of time. So yeah, it's been entertaining, to say the least. Oh, and there goes my cat.
You know, we all have those days where we just, for some awful reason, can't speak. Just no matter what, we just can't fucking speak. Oh, I did make a little bit of a oopsie earlier. I said specifically streamlabs.com/the cunt stream. That's actually incorrect. It's very incorrect. I apologize about that. Do not donate to the cunt stream, because it is actually streamlabs.com/the snatchcast. All one word, all lowercase, all that good shit. Yeah, because I keep forgetting that once we had gotten hacked and the cunt stream name and brand was taken from Schmeckel, we essentially he rebranded and renamed everything the Snatchcast. So,
which totally had to happen, y'all.
It kind of did, but at the same time, I'm still fucking pissed that we got hacked.
Right.
And by we, I mean me and my fucking stupidity thinking everything was fine. And they got to fucking the Cunt stream channel through me. And I still fucking hate myself for all that bullshit. I'm still so fucking mad. Anyways, enough of that bull. We're just going to move on to some of our articles because we actually I have a few good ones, to be honest, people. Now, let me give you a quick little rundown here before I get into some of these articles. I'm tired, to be honest. Not physically tired, not physically exhausted. It's more of a mental exhaustion. I'm tired of having to cover stupid SJW bullshit. I'm tired of having to point out how bad SJWs are. I'm tired of having to basically have this stupid fucking culture war with people on either side of the argument that are just pissing me the hell off because on one hand, on the religious right, I have to look over at them and say, shut up, that's not how you science. And then on the other side, I have to look over at them and say, ironically, shut up, that's not how you science. It's very fucking confusing. It's very tiring.
Right.
And I don't really want to do it anymore. But for the sake of entertainment, I kind of have to because two of these articles from louderwithcrowder.com are just priceless. So I've got to bring these things up. All right, but real quick, we're going to go over to the chat and see. Have you fed that dog chocolate yet? No. No, I have not. Yeah, no, the barking, I think that actually has come about because it has been raining a lot lately, and I think the neighbors have figured out that if they expose their dogs to the elements for too long, they will die. So they've been taking them inside or closing the fucking door more often so that the dogs aren't so loud. But that's just my thoughts on it. I actually don't know why the dogs are being quiet, but let's be honest. They will start barking at some point in tonight's show.
Oh, yeah. They'll make their nightly debut.
Yeah. So this is an article from louderwithcrowder.com, and again, I do have a CNN article up because, again, I don't want people to think that I'm somehow some kind of a biased prick or anything like that, who's just going to read stuff from one side of the argument. I actually have some CNN shit, and in all honesty, I fucking hate CNN. I really don't like the mainstream media, but fuck it, whatever. I'm going to do what I need to do. This is a topic that we've talked about a bit, sort of. Actress Brie Larson doesn't want Captain Marvel press to be overwhelmingly white male. Let that sink in for a second there. She doesn't want the people to cover her movie to be a white guy. If it's a black guy, that's fine. If it's a white girl, that's fine. But a white guy? No. How dare you? This comes to us from our favorite writer, Courtney Kirchhoff. The best way to score a good movie review is to insult everyone who will be reviewing your movie based on nothing but racist and sexist assumptions.
Yes, great idea.
Straight for the throat, Courtney. God damn it, I love this woman. I'd marry her if I could. If you can't simply insult them, just bar them from promoting your movie. Enter Captain America Marvel starlet. Captain America Marvel. Why did I? Oh my God. I'm so used to saying Captain America that I misspoke. Enter Captain Marvel starlet Brie Larson, who doesn't want to see so many white male faces at her movie's press junket. No one tell her about the famous one-liner from Martin Luther King. Something about the content of skin tone. That was actually pretty good. Here's what got the glitter ball rolling. Brie Larson reached out to a reporter to cover an interview based on the reporter's non-maleness, non-whiteness, a move which eventually greased the slope to the Captain Marvel press in general from Fox News. This is the stuff that was being said on Fox News itself. Brown acknowledged in the article that Larson had requested her to conduct the interview, which she said was game-changing and the biggest opportunity I've had. After asking why she was selected, the actress discussed a trend that she'd noticed. About a year ago, I started paying attention to what my press days looked like and the critics reviewing movies, and noticed it appeared to be overwhelmingly white male, Larson said. So I spoke to Dr. Stacy Smith and the USC Annenberg. I'm assuming that's how you say it, Annenberg, Inclusion Initiative, who put together a study to confirm that. So you noticed that the majority of interviewers, when it comes to movies and celebrities, are overwhelmingly white male. Now, I'm not a genius.
Isn't 50% of the population of the world male?
No,
Sorry.
actually, realistically speaking, it is less, just a little less than 50% of the world population, because surprisingly, there was actually a female boom in the last couple of years. So the female population is just a little bit larger than the male population. But again, that's not necessarily the argument. You know, you can still say that it's roughly half the population on the planet is male. Stop bitching about that. Seriously, what the fuck do you think that the United States has been and always beat the mascara? That we've always been a fucking Amazonian dream house or some shit like that? No, bitch. We live in the real fucking world, okay? Pull your head out of your ass and stop making fucking issues with shit that actually doesn't deserve to have issues with. All right, you want to know one of the reasons why the fucking there's an overwhelmingly male amount of interviewers and such? Because they're the guys that were hired to do the fucking job. Okay, maybe they have more charisma. Maybe they're better at actually doing the job than half the fucking women in that goddamn room. Who fucking knows? Maybe there was favoritism. Maybe it is a bit sexist when it comes to certain interviewers and interviewees and shit like that. I don't know. I don't fucking care. But to just take an observation and conflate it in that way, fuck you.
Yeah. Just outright fuck yourself.
That would be like a white athlete gets interviewed by a fuckload of different reporters from like the NBA and shit, and starts to actually question, why are so many of them black males? I don't know. Maybe because they're the majority of the fans who fucking make this shit go. Fuck you. I don't.
Does it matter?
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't fucking matter. It shouldn't matter. This stuff does not matter. It shouldn't fucking matter. And I hate when people like this do this stuff, because nowadays I really can't tell if the person is doing it legitimately or if they're doing it intentionally.
To fucking troll. Yeah.
Not just to troll, to get more attention. Again, as I pointed out on a stream last night, hate actually is very lucrative. It is in short bursts. You cannot do it too much, or else you will eventually just burn out on all of it. But controversy sells, drama sells, and hate will definitely get people's attention. But I fucking hate the people that figured out this formula and have been using the shit out of it.
Yeah.
This is not new territory. Feminist actresses love blaming the male whiteness of critics for bad press they may receive. Read, dear whiny actress crying sexism over bad reviews. Shut up. You know what? I want to read that, so I'm going to go ahead and fucking open that tab.
That's a story for later tonight, oh.
That's definitely one of those things where it's like, I'm gonna have to read the fuck out of this. I don't know what to do. Like, the problem here is obvious for two main reasons. A person should be judged not on their sex or race, but on the quality of their character, and in this case, their work. 2, perhaps the majority of film critics are simply white males because, last I checked, white Americans were still the largest racial demographic in the United States. Yes. By and large, women go into other fields that are not movie reporting, like healthcare and education. This is a known fact. People need to stop fucking acting like this is such a new thing.
What?
That's fucking ridiculous.
It's getting there.
Here's another obvious problem. The acceptance and almost zero pushback aside from conservatives against open sexist, racist like Brie Larson, who see nothing wrong with limiting people's opportunities based on race and sex. Brie Larson is a rude, sexist, racist bigot, and she should be called out for it. Let her bigotry be widely known. I doubt it'll happen. But her studio should come down on her swiftly, demanding her apology of her racism and sexism ahead of the movie's premiere. Will they? Doubtful. But they should. At least now you know the star of Captain Marvel isn't keen on having white men at her press junkets. I wonder how she'd feel if white men didn't show up for the movie. Related, a TSA agent hit on actress Brie Larson. She perverts it. Oh yeah, she perverts it into, oh my God, men are in danger, or women are in danger. Initially, Captain Marvel premieres on March 8th. Not that you'll need it. Yeah, I really don't like it when these types of things happen, because you always have to fucking, you sound like a broken record. You just have to jump in and you basically say, that's not right. You shouldn't do things like that. And this is the fucked up thing. Most of the time, the people that are saying that's not right, you shouldn't do things like that, we were saying this 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whenever it came to somebody saying or doing something really fucked up to somebody who was, say, a black woman or a Hispanic man. Whatever the case was, whenever somebody would actually use their gender, be discriminating against someone because of their skin tone or their genitals,
we were already calling it out.
We were basically saying it was wrong.
Everybody forgets this shit. Yeah.
And the thing is that so long ago, whenever it happened to somebody who was essentially a minority or somebody who was basically a woman, we would call out those people and say, stop being such a bigoted piece of shit faggot. Stop being a faggot.
Yep.
That was the message we kept saying, stop being a faggot. And then they basically had a problem with us saying, stop being a faggot. So we were like, okay, stop being gay. And then they had a problem with us saying, stop being gay. So we were like, stop being
assholes, G-bags, cunts, pricks.
We weren't allowed to say any of those either, so we just kind of had to, like, just...
Because those are all sexist, y'all.
We had to gesture at the person, just stop being, basically, gesture at you. But that's just how it went. That was how we handled things. That was what I remember, okay? That is usually what I remember, going online, being in public, whatever the case was. We would always jump on the assholes who were actually taking a person's gender and using it against them, taking a person's race and using it against them, as if that somehow invalidates them or that somehow discredits them, something along those lines. But nowadays, it's done to white men all the fucking time, from the left, not necessarily always the Democrats, not necessarily always the liberals, not necessarily always the people who are left-leaning centrists, not necessarily everyone who's kind of on that side of the argument. I'm not saying everyone over there is doing this, but no one, well, I wouldn't say no one, but it's just annoying as fuck that I have to look over there and I have to basically say, can you do something about this? And nothing is ever done about it. I just want people on that side, when they hear shit like this, when somebody hears Brie Larson actually say, I don't want people coming to the movie that are overwhelmingly white male. And as soon as someone says that, a black woman just out of nowhere, who's, supposed to be a Democrat, a liberal, all that stuff, she just jumps up and says, shut the fuck up, you racist bitch! You're fucking ruining it for everyone! Fuck that rhetoric!
You know what's horrible is, oh God, Adam Carolla just did a video recently about, oh God, Katy Perry shoes. And he goes on a huge fucking rant about how essentially people need to quit fucking being dicks. It's great. It's great. Look it up. Uh, Adam Carolla, Katy Perry blackface shoes, and yeah, you'll get a kick out of it. It's a good 13-minute rant talking about how fucked up this shit is and how it's fucking up our culture and our society to essentially say to everybody is out to get you, and how that fucks up people regardless of your race, gender, ethnicity, sexuality. It's fucking amazing. Short but sweet. Worth it.
Fair enough. I don't know. Sometimes I actually do wish that, that we could go back to the days when we really just all we had to do was really regulate our own.
Yeah.
You know, for the longest time, and this is actually what I find hilarious. For the longest time, it was usually the right that was having continuous problems. It was usually the right who was trying to do all kinds of stupid, fucked up things. Like they wanted to raise the taxes to way too fucking high and piss everybody off, and essentially just like, oh, but we need to fund this and that. And they were just using the money inappropriately, and everybody was mad at them. Or it was the Republicans, the conservatives, who were basically trying to push this whole idea of Christianity and God into just about everything. And
fundamentalist religion.
I don't give a fucking shit.
Yeah. As in my age, I was actually talking about this with my mom and brother tonight about how in my day, we were bitching about not the people who practiced it, but the religions themselves, and how brainwashing and harmful they were to the people, or could be to different people. And we weren't necessarily, I don't remember anyways, please people correct me if you remember something specific. I don't. We weren't attacking the people specifically who were practicing unless they were doing something fucked up and brainwashing. It was, we were attacking the religions themselves and going, no, this is brainwashing and these messages can be harmful. And so we shouldn't be shoving this shit down people's throats, and how dare you judge people by this, these rules when not everybody follows them, essentially. And people don't have to follow them to be moral, blah, blah. Anyways, yeah, am I wrong in that? Am I remembering incorrectly about that?
Kind of. Let's be honest. The majority of the time when we were actually seeing things like that happening, we actually did attack specifically the religion. We weren't necessarily attacking anyone in particular, but they, of course, spun it to make it look like we were attacking them specifically.
Yeah.
Here's the twist, though. There were actually a small percentage of people that were essentially on our side that actually were attacking the people rather than the beliefs themselves. So in a way, both sides were right on that argument, but both sides were also wrong on that argument, because we cannot be held accountable for some jackass on the internet consistently saying, I'm going to come and hunt you down, and I'm going to rape your wife, and I'm going to kill your cat, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And he's like 550 pounds of fucking can't move fat shit who sits in front of his fucking computer. And, just... I fucking hate those people, by the way. I can't stand those piece of shit scumbags who sit on the fucking internet and they actually make these goddamn rape and death threats, or just threats in general to other people online like that, and just fucking sit there and they wait for somebody to just lose their shit. Because here's the fucked up thing, assholes. Sometimes they're credible threats. Sometimes when people make rape threats, they actually follow through with at least the attempt. Sometimes when people make murder threats, they actually follow through with the fucking attempted murder. John Lennon was killed by one of his fans, in case you guys forgot that part.
Or what's her name? Christina Grimmie, the YouTuber, recently, for those who are younger.
I don't think I know about this story.
The girl who was killed by one of her fans at a fan meet and greet recently. She was a YouTuber, and it was a huge thing. And not too long after came the adpocalypse, and then the lady who went and fucking raised hell at YouTube headquarters, that thing. And oh yeah, it essentially went it became a domino effect.
Fakis he's being the best and worst troll at this point, because he's in the chat saying technically Jesus was killed by one of his fans. I'm pretty sure Pontius Pilate wasn't actually one of his fans, nor was the Roman soldier who speared him in the fucking ribs while, you know, he dangled there for days not dying. Oh, but I think he means specifically Judas.
You know what's funny? Anybody else here not religious but loving the current pope, or am I the only one?
Oh no, that's fine. There's a lot of people who are actually atheists or non-believers that do actually enjoy the current pope, because the current pope pretty much has a new take on everything of you know, I like the old ways, but can we stop fucking judging everybody based off of the most mundane bullshit ass ideas? Like, okay, so these two chicks love each other. These two dudes love each other. I don't see a fucking problem with that. Instead of preaching about hate and fucking burning all the goddamn time, how about we do what the fucking goddamn, you know, the big man has told us for a long time now, the hidden little message that's been there since kind of the beginning: love, acceptance, appreciation. How about we push that? That sound like a good idea? Yeah, let's do that instead.
Even better. So he came out recently acknowledging the nuns who have been essentially Me Too'd by the priests. Number one, which anybody else doubt that it happened? Anybody have any doubt in their mind that fucking priests weren't essentially having fucking like fucking brothels and sex houses in their fucking churches with their nuns? I don't doubt for one fucking moment. Number two, the thing that he did even more recently is he disrobed one of the cardinals due to his sexual assault history, something like that. Can't remember. But it's in the news recently, and he is the first pope to do that since all these sexual allegations and child touching shit has come out. Fucking decades. Thank you, Defrocked. Yeah. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, good. Why the fuck wasn't this happening sooner? This needed to happen a hell of a lot sooner. And I'm not even religious. Don't fucking have to be. I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I applaud people who do good solely for the fucking sake of going, hey, we fucked up. We did something wrong. Let's do something about it. I am totally on board with that.
Yeah, that's another thing I would really like for these powerful organizations, these people that are supposed to be top brass. Okay, understand something. Even if you believe that God is a flawless being, you understand that human beings are flawed to our core. Even if God made us in his own image, he still realized and recognized we were flawed. Oh, yeah. We are fucking flawed. We've been flawed. Again, if you're a Bible thumper who actually believes everything in the Bible, go back to Genesis. Look at what Adam and Eve did. Eve thought that eating the apple was a good idea, and Adam was too fucking stupid to tell her, "Don't do it, you dumb cunt." Clearly, one was dumb enough to do the act, the other one was dumb enough to allow the act, and then, of course, follow with it themselves. Flawed from the beginning. Flawed. Okay?
Which, in all technicality, then if Adam and Eve were made in God's image, then therefore God himself is flawed as well.
No. You can make a copy. Again, it is God made Adam in the image of himself, or he made man in his own image. Basically, he took the idea of what he wanted himself to look like, what he believed his physical form would look like, and he created and formed Adam. Adam was essentially lonely, even if he didn't realize it, and God decided to give him a companion. Hence, he removed one of his ribs and created Eve from it, the female counter to Adam's maleness. This is how it is. God is the flawless being, but his image, the projection of what he believed he would look like, is what mankind eventually was. This is how he saw himself. If God was made flesh and blood, he would be human, as we would perceive it. That does not mean that God himself is flawed. The reverse engineering thought process on it does not actually work when you actually break it down and saying, God didn't make us in his image and also made us intelligent like him or anything like that. No. He just basically said, I have made a creation. Oh, I should have made it smart. Okay, now I'm going to kick you out of here while I try to, you guys figure shit out over there. I'm going to try to fix this over. I'm going to give up on this project. You guys have been fucking things up for thousands of years. I'm going to have to set rules for you. Okay, here are some rules. Stop fucking animals. I'm going to say that's rule number one. Stop putting your dick in those camels and goats, you sick pricks. What is wrong with you? What, just because Betty said no, all of a sudden you got to go fuck the goat, who's also named Betty? That's
I was
wrong.
about to say, no, Betty said bad.
No, anyway.
Bad.
Again, if none of you are actually aware, again, I was raised Catholic. There are some things about the Bible I still remember and know.
Right.
I have read parts of the Bible. I haven't read the entire thing. Again, being a kid, you don't really want to read anything. You just want to watch shit. But still, I do remember some things, and I do understand the logic behind the thought process, not the logic, but the thought process behind Christian beliefs and Christian science and things of that nature.
See, and the messed up thing is there are factions of Christianity that do believe that the intelligence factor also comes from God. Therefore, God himself is flawed. Hence, the Old Testament God versus the New Testament God, and God bettering himself as well, which whatever.
Fair enough. There's a lot of things that I could get into with this particular argument. I'm not going to, because I don't really want to, but you understand what I was getting back to on the whole like organizations. Human beings are flawed. Whether you're a believer or a fucking atheist, it doesn't fucking matter. Human beings are flawed. Everyone recognizes this. Everyone acknowledges this. Stop acting like when someone or some group fucks up in your organization that you, for some reason, can't acknowledge that a fuck up has happened and that now you're going to clean it up. No. If a fuck up occurs, for fuck's sake, own up to it and then fix the goddamn problem. Because I am sick and tired of fucking reading these articles or hearing about these stories, how these organizations, these corporations, these business moguls, these governments will fuck up and pretend they didn't do anything wrong, move on and pretend like, act like, that didn't actually happen and shit, and then try to cover it the fuck up. Because then later we find out about the cover up, we look over at the government or these organizations, and we raise our fucking hands in the air and we just go, what the fuck, bro? What is this shit? What the fuck? You gonna fix this? You gonna do anything to change this? Oh no, we're not gonna do anything to change that. That was so long ago. Like, what could we do to really change it? How could we make it better? Maybe make a statement saying the next time you fuck up like this, you will immediately fix it. and you'll own up to it. I understand that trying to fix anything now from what you did in the past is kind of meaningless, but god damn it, can you at least acknowledge the fact that you fucked up and just fix it.
Try and be better and do better.
Be better and do better. That doesn't mean continue to fucking lie to us when you fuck up. That means be better and do better. That means own up to your fuck ups and then fix it. We fucked up. Here's how we're going to fix it. Thank you. That's all we really want. That's all any fucking common folk really want when it comes to their governments. You fucked up. Own up to it. Admit to it. And then move the fuck on and try not to do it again. This is one of the main reasons why I have such a fucking problem with the mainstream media. Why I have a problem with mainstream media across the board, not just fucking the news, the mainstream media news. I also talk about the TV shows, fucking Hollywood in general, stuff like that. I'm sick and tired of these fucking companies doing and saying horrible fucked up things. And then when they get outed for this shit, when they get caught doing this stuff, there's no retraction. There's no apology. There's no, we fucked up, we're going to do better.
No, because they already made the money from it. If anything, if they do say that, oops, we fucked up, the only reason they're doing it is for more fucking clicks.
Yeah.
Is to make even more money off of it.
And it's honestly, it's disgusting. Like when CNN was caught blatantly fucking fabricating the story of that girl who was calling for peace, that eventually caused a riot and all that shit. Yeah. When CNN was caught fucking fabricating a lie, when they were caught tampering with actual fucking footage and all that stuff, claiming one thing, they stayed radio silent about that. And any poor excuse of a fucking attempt to apologize about it was fucking just like, yeah, we did that thing. Anyways, moving on. Trump's still bad. What the fuck, CNN? No. Just acknowledge you did this and just don't fucking do it again. But it's CNN. Everybody there fucking does exactly that. No one but Fox News ain't any different, aside from Tucker Carlson. I gotta say, I love Tucker Carlson. Look, I can't help it. Okay, Tucker Carlson is fucking. The man is amazing. All right, but
maybe
I had the same issue with Fox News. If I know for a fact that they are fabricating a story, if they're taking shit out of context, I'm gonna call them out on that shit too. I'm gonna basically say, "What the fuck are you doing, Fox News? We just reprimanded fucking CNN about this type of shit like last week. Fuck." 5 minutes ago, I did that on Twitter. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing this? Don't do them. Don't be them. You used to be them, and then you got better. Stop being that. Oh my god, I fucking hate these people.
When you know better, you can do better.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
We're gonna actually. Oh fuck, that was a long ass rant and fucking, wow. Like if you have ever seen, I have a really bad problem with ranting, and I also have a really bad problem of getting completely off topic and then proceeding to rant worse than I was just ranting. Holy fuck, I think that's probably one of the worst ones I've ever done on air. I've done worse in person.
Oh, just wait. Because I actually have a couple of shitty stories for this week.
Oh, good. My favorite. Oh, wait, no, hold on. I got to do the JonTron thing. Oh, good. My favorite. What do you got for us, sister?
Man puts up electric fence to keep kids off lawn. Local parents are furious. Now, hold on. Let me read this. Let me start, and then I'll let you get in. You know, there are just some terrible people on this planet. Oh, by the way, you can tell which, way perspective this is coming from, the way it's written. Well, meet Brian Tucker, the destroyer of fun and children's hopes. Why? Well, it turns out Tucker was fed up with children trespassing on his property, so instead of asking them to stay away like any normal person would, he decided to do the extreme. Tucker installed an electric fence to keep the children away. Yes, not just any fence, an electric fence that you can probably injure not only children, but anyone around the area. You see, Tucker's house is just a few feet away from a middle bus stop in Virginia, which is why sometimes children would come up onto his property on their way home. Tucker told officials he had installed the fence after growing tired of kids throwing trash and walking along the lawn after school. What makes the situation even more ridiculous was that the homeowner decided to put the fence up on the first day of school, meaning, well, you know what that means. Parents were furious as they saw the fence due to the fact that Tucker didn't put up any warning sign, which could cause potential harm. On his property, there are 2 signs posted to a tree in Tucker's front yard reading private property, hunting, fishing, trapping, or trespassing for any purpose is strictly forbidden. Violators will be prosecuted. There is no sign saying there's an electric fence nearby. Parents' main concern was children getting electrocuted after not knowing exactly what harm the fence can do or if it actually even works. Now, hold on. My sister actually posted this to Facebook. How long ago was it? A day or 2 ago. And let me see, where the fuck is it? Because when I saw this, I fucking lost my shit. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. So my sister said, good for him, but I do agree. Put up a sign or 2 explaining that it's an electrified fence. And all that I could say was, do stoves have warning signs saying caution, hot? No, because we learn from others not to fuck with it. So, teach your crotch goblins that fences mean stay out, and if their dumbass goes to touch it, just like if our dumbasses decide to touch a stove after being taught not to, and they get burned, your fault, idiot, you fucking knew better. I'm a heartless cunt. But my thing was, we were taught you don't fucking touch people's property. If there is a fence, you don't fuck with it. And hey, I'll tell you right now, he didn't put up an electrical fence that could cause any severe fucking damage. It's just going to be enough of a shock to go, don't fucking touch. That's just the way it is. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, it's just going to sit there and essentially go, bad kid, and fucking teach you not to fucking touch it. Just like if your dumbass decides to fucking touch a hot stove after you've been told, don't fucking touch the stove, it can be hot, until you fucking learn on your own, oh, hey, stoves can be hot when on. Just assume that it's hot. Hey, just assume not to touch somebody's fucking property. Am I a cunt? I'm pretty sure I'm a cunt.
I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you. You are being a bit cunty, but at the same time, it's necessary. It's like the idea of necessary evil and all that shit. You're being rude. You're being mean. I love all of it. I agree with you 100% on this. I'm not really saying it's a bad thing. In my mind, it's not a bad thing. But yes.
I'm just one of those people where I'm like, I remember, I distinctly remember like walking home from school, and when you would touch somebody's car, touch somebody's fence, touch somebody's dog, fuck around in somebody's yard, you got fucking yelled at. Okay? This guy, from what this is saying, oh, he didn't fucking say anything. I call bullshit. Nobody's... let me rephrase that.
What state is this in?
Virginia.
Virginia? I don't know Virginia laws that well, but I can honestly say that when it comes to I think it actually is a federal law that you have to put up some kind of a warning sign on the fence to let people know it is electrified. And I think that is an actual law across the board, because it would be the same thing as not warning anyone that you have like a dog, like putting a sign on your back fence, door, letting people know that, warning, there is a fucking dog that will attack you, kind of shit.
I don't know if you necessarily have to do that or if it's just like a nice thing, but let me elaborate here. There's clearly a picture, if you scroll down in the article, of the electrical fence being supplied by solar power. How how kind of him. And on it, it literally the battery pack underneath the solar powered panel says IntelliShock. Huh. What the fuck would say shock on it?
A taser.
Yeah, something that fucking shocks you. How about you just sit there and go, hey kids, because this isn't like your regular fence, y'all. This isn't a wooden fence. This isn't a wrought iron fence. This isn't a like little steel gate fence like most people have. This actually looks like almost a mix of like fucking chicken wire slash bug wire. I don't know. It probably enough to get your hand through maybe one fucking hole, like vertically, and that's about it. But yeah, no. So I'm just sitting here and I'm like, okay, that looks like a really odd fence. Huh. Stay the fuck away from it. It's obviously trying to A, keep something in, B, keep something out. Don't fuck with it, kids.
Fair enough.
Teach that. Somebody said, I touched it. I got a slight shock. It wasn't that great.
No.
Slight shock, and it wasn't that great. Okay, I understand his concern. I just don't think he understood the neighbor's concern about their kids. One of the kids could touch it, fall into it, and get shocked. And is it going to fucking kill them? Are they going to go into the hospital? No, no. Okay, they're going to learn a lesson? Yes. Okay, maybe they'll fucking learn to respect people's property. Since you aren't fucking teaching your children this, obviously, and somebody else has to fucking take care of their own shit instead of assuming that you are going to fucking do it for them, some people have to take shit into their own fucking hands. I'm a horrible person. I really don't care. Like, I'm to the point where I am so sick and tired of seeing how entitled children are and how fucking like how much we're fucking babying them and helicoptering them without actually teaching them life skills and life knowledge that will actually better them and encouraging them to be independent and think for themselves. And I see shit like this and I'm like, you're bitching because somebody is protecting their fucking property rather than going, oh shit, y'all. Okay, here's a learning moment, kids. Kids, don't fucking do this shit. How about you fucking teach your crotch goblin something instead of bitching out the person who's trying to fucking take care of their own shit? If you would have taught your kids not to fucking litter on other people's property and not to fucking run around on other people's shit, then hey, maybe he wouldn't have put up the fucking fence in the first place. Ta-da! I'm a cunt.
Clearly.
Yes.
I honestly, you pretty much took a lot of what I was gonna say away from me, but I am gonna still do this little thing. I like this guy. He knows exactly what he wants. He just wanted to put up a wall, even if it was just an electric fence. It's fantastic. I love it. I want to know who he is. I want to have him at one of my rallies. It's going to be great. Was he wearing a hat? Was he wearing a hat when he was doing it? You know what? You know what? All you people in the chat that are against this electric fence, you know what? You're starting to look a little Mexican to me, okay? I'm just saying. All right?
Speaking of, number one, my boyfriend's half Mexican. Number two, what did I do for Valentine's Day this year for him? Well, what was the Valentine that I got him or sent him? I sent it via Facebook early this morning. And it says, it has a picture of Trump. And it says, I want to secure your southern border.
Oh my God. Okay. So, Sestra, did you watch Poisoning the Wells live stream from a couple of hours ago?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
Oh, it was so good. Okay, so they had Magog on because it was just Fat Pat and Sofane, and they were talking about how Sofane has been on Twitter for the last couple of weeks. Okay, for those of you who may have been bitching at Sofane or just saying like, I'm worried about your mental health or I'm worried about you, Sofane, blah, 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 that stuff, you clearly don't know Sofane well enough. Look, I don't know the guy on a person. Well, I kind of know him a little more than most, I guess. But no, like, I don't. It's not like Sofane and I have been besties for a long fucking time and shit. I love Sofane. I respect the shit out of Sofane. I like to think that Sofane loves and respects the shit out of me. I know that both Fat Pat and Sofane like me because when I mentioned, they fucking definitely like. They will mention me even without me having to donate or comment or anything like that. They'll say something like, oh yeah, going out to like, oh, maybe we should go and hang out with Brockus. I've seen that happen on streams and I'm just watching like, yay. So I'm in good with Poisoning the Well, okay? I'm not saying we're bestest of fucking friends, but I love these guys to death. Don't you ever say anything bad about my fucking friends like that. I will fucking kill you. I will hunt you down. I will eat your fucking heart in front of you. But if you haven't figured it out, Sofane's kind of a deadpan joker. Fat Pat is obvious with his jokes.
Yeah.
Fat Pat is the natural comedian. He's the class clown, the fucking town jester. That's just how Fat Pat is. And he doesn't have a huge presence on Twitter, but he will show up and he will retweet people's shit and he will make a comment here and there and stuff. Fat Pat is obvious with his jokes. Sofane will read or see something on the internet, and then he will not retweet anything, not quote tweet anything or anything like that. He'll just have his own take on something, and then people lose their fucking shit on it. Just accept the fact that, yes, he kind of is a socialist. Yes, he's a dirty, dirty fucking lefty. He's kind of a hippie, all that stuff. Like, ignoring his politics, you got to realize that Sofane is going to fuck with everybody as often as he possibly can.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to say some stuff. And some of what he says may actually be laced with his own actual thoughts on a particular topic, but you're still not really meant to take everything he says on Twitter seriously because he just fucks with people. He likes to fuck with people. That's kind of Sofane's thing. So I fuck with him back, which is why I have gone out of my way to start sending Steve Buscemi gifts at some of his tweets. Or call him a dirty commie pinko fuck. Because, you know, that's just how it is and shit. But they had Magog of Morscar on. And eventually, the three of them were talking about Trump and some of the dumb shit that he said.
Gosh.
And I found it hilarious because, like, the entire time I'm thinking to myself all these different fucking jokes. And I wanted to go on the stream and I wanted to fucking just be complete shit to Sofane. Create an entire Google account with a YouTube channel and shit, I guess. And go on the stream with my profile being called The Donald. Using a Donald Trump picture as the fucking avatar and stuff, and just
Donald Trump fetishist,
something like that, and then just sit there and be like, you know what, I like this guy. Who are you? Who are you? Magog? You some kind of a wizard? I like this wizard. This wizard is good. He's good people. You know, he knows what he's talking about. He's on my side. But you, Sofane, what are you? You kind of looking a little Mexican to me, okay? What's your name? What's your name? Sofajitas? Okay, listen here, Paco. I'm tired of your socialist shit. You need to cut that socialist shit right now before I actually come down there and I put a wall around your house, okay? I will wall you up. I will not hesitate to do this. Oh my god, I came up with so many different fucking jokes.
Wow.
I was making myself just laugh hysterically with these horrible fucking stereotypical jokes involving Trump, and I'm just like, I swear to God, I feel like I'm writing an SNL skit, but one that would actually get laughs, for fuck's sake.
Right.
I'm just like, I'm fucking
like back in the day. Anybody else miss old SNL? I know I do.
I miss old SNL. I miss,
like Jim Carrey SNL. Oh my gosh.
You mean before he went nutso socialist on everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss those days too.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I thought it would be hilarious if, like, anytime I would do the Donald Trump thing, like if somebody was pissing me off or somebody just disagreed with me as Trump, you know, the best president that's ever existed. You're looking Mexican to me, okay? Do you have your papers? You a legal citizen? Do I have to ship you back over to Mexico? You even from Mexico? I will ship you over to Chile. What else is down there? Brazil? You Brazilian? Is that Mexican? I'm not sure.
Oh shit.
I want to do these things. Like, I want to hit up Fat Pat and Sofan, and I would just want to do that, like, you know, maybe surprise Sofan at one point when they do a live stream next. Just be like, Pat, bring me on secretly. He won't know who the fuck I am at first, but I'm going to create a profile, and it's going to be the Donald or something along those lines, and it's going to be a Donald Trump avatar. I'm not going to go on camera, but I'm going to do a horrible, fucked up Donald Trump impersonation to just fuck with Sofan.
Oh and my God.
Here's the thing. All he would have to hear is to fuck with Sofane, and immediately Pat would just be like, I'm in. No, yeah, that's fine. We're going to do this. Oh, but if anyone hasn't actually, if you didn't watch the live stream, which if you're not catching Poisoning the Well live streams live, what are you doing with your life? But if you haven't actually watched it, I highly recommend going and checking it out, because there's a wonderful, fantastic story that Fat Pat tells, and it's great. And after he told the story, I went to Twitter and said, Fat Pat tells the best stories. A few minutes later, his wife texted him as they were still streaming. So my response was, update. Brittany has equally great responses.
I love her. Seriously.
She is fucking amazing. Like, dude, because, like, Fat Pat is this.
He got one hell of a winner with her. She's awesome.
He did.
Every time. Ugh.
Fat Pat is a giant fucking child. We can all admit this. He's a giant fucking child. He's extremely immature, but he's funny as hell. I love everything this man does when he fucks with people. It's great. It's wonderful. His stand-up is also hilarious. If you've never seen it, go and check it out. And then there's Brittany. And I wasn't sure. I thought she was just some, you know, woman who came into their lives, and she was, you know, friends with them at one point, but she was kind of a party girl. Like, she knows her sense of humor, Fat Pat and her fellow. No, she's just as fucked up as Pat. She's just as immature as Pat. But at the same time, she has this little switch that Pat apparently never came with, where she turns it off and on from time to time. But yeah, she's just as fucking, like, she will go as low as Pat. It's kind of like he goes with the low blow jokes. She will go just as low as him. And it's just, you know, the two of them are doing crotch shots all night at each other. And it's fucking great. And I love it.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Fucking amazing. Anywho.
Okay, so people are kind of making fun of you because you say you miss old SNL, but you miss old Jim Carrey 90s stuff. Well, yes.
No, he was on in 90. Hold on, 90.
No. He would be a repeat host and or special guest host.
Yeah.
That was what Jim Carrey was. He wasn't a main host, but he would show up every once in a while and stuff.
No,
that doesn't make him a cast member though.
Yeah, no. No, that's what I had meant is back in those days of the 90s SNL and back when, yeah, when he was on In Living Color and The Mask and that era of Jim Carrey and that era of SNL, that era of TV. Like, anybody else remember Martin?
Yeah, Martin was funny.
Yeah, okay. Oh no, but we didn't have any, like legit black fucking representative shows in the 90s. Are you serious? Okay. And then Martin was even like making fun of LaQuisha or whatever the fuck her name was. Oh my god.
Oh man, whenever he would do the drag
Shonda
character.
or whatever. Oh my god, I love that character. Anyways. Okay, I could go on about the fun like 90s shows forever. But
Fair enough, fair enough. We have been we've been derailed from the fucking main topic. We should be talking about the fucking news, but we're not talking about the goddamn news. So I'm gonna jump into one of the next articles I have here. Since I did a Louder with Crowder, I'm gonna actually jump over to CNN. This one's going to be funny because we were talking about Trump. Okay, this story's gonna be huge. It's gonna be fantastic. But this is CNN with Trump, so we might as well talk about this. Trump's SNL attack crosses the line.
Oh gosh,
it doesn't. I do actually agree with at least kind of CNN's side on this. Trump saying what he said was fucking stupid. He's an idiot for that. Even if I do kind of agree with what he was saying in the tweet, I don't agree with the whole thing. It's mostly I'm tired of mainstream media. That's really all it is. Anyways, continuing on with the article. On Friday, President Donald Trump declared a national emergency because, as he put it, there's a national security crisis on our border, marked by an invasion of our country with drugs, the human traffickers, with all types of criminals and gangs. Well, CNN, seeing as how even Democrats actually cheered Trump at the fucking State of the Union when he brought up these issues, I'd say yes, your side even agrees with that. You fucking idiots. With that type of calamity bearing down on our nation, you would expect Trump to be laser focused on the threat in the days that followed. No, CNN, I do not want to fucking subscribe to you. But this weekend, Trump managed to find time to watch NBC Saturday Night Live, which he notably hosted twice in the past, and then took to Twitter to not just slam the show, but to suggest there needs to be a retribution at the and that the comedy show should be investigated. It was the latest escalation in his war on free speech. Okay, actually, CNN, I don't agree with you there. CNN has time and again shown us that they're actually the ones perpetrating the fucking war on free speech. Shut the fuck up, CNN. Has Trump done some stupid shit in the past that does look like he's kind of not all for free speech? I'll give you that. He's done some things that look a little bit on the questionable side. But at the same time, CNN, fuck off. You're actually the ones who have basically been going on this massive kick of anti-free speech. If you don't fucking believe me, go ahead and look at about half of the goddamn articles you've made in the last fucking 5 to 10 years. Mostly around the time that Trump was running for fucking president. I would say that was when you guys really got out of hand. Anyways. Also, I just want to point out that Saturday Night Live hasn't been funny for a very long time now, and it's mostly the writer's fault, but it's also mostly because I just don't like Hollywood and its elitist fucking fuck you, CNN, with your stupid ass ads. Anyways, fucking SNL needs to go back to being funny.
I agree.
He first tweeted Sunday morning, nothing I'm going to do the Trump voice. Nothing funny about tired Saturday Night Live on fake news NBC. Question is, how do the networks get away with these total Republican hit jobs without retribution? Likewise, many other shows. Very unfair and should be looked into. This is the real collusion. Okay, to this tweet, I have to say, I actually agree. How is it that mainstream media channels like NBC, MSNBC, CNN, all that stuff, how are they fucking allowed and able to make ass loads of fucking Republican hit jobs? Like, there are various articles that look like nothing more than hit pieces to anyone on the right. Anyone that's not on their side of the argument is basically a Nazi, a sexist, a racist. They don't outright say it all the time, but they hint to it a fuckload. They'll make reference that gives you the idea. Did you just call this person a racist without actually calling them a racist? So I do agree with shit like this. Like, this is what I'm talking about. I don't like it when these fucking assholes are allowed to just do fucking hit piece after hit piece after hit piece and nothing bad happens to them. This is what I was talking about earlier, is that these fucking assholes will make one fuck up after another, intentional or not, but they don't acknowledge when they're called out on this shit. They just pretend like it didn't happen and try to move on. And we don't let that fucking go. Most of us don't let that shit go. But then eventually they fuck up again, so we just pay more attention to the new fuck up. And the old fuck up kind of gets brushed under the fucking rug. But I don't agree with him on some of this shit. That's not the real collusion, Trump, you fucking idiot. Very unfair and should be looked into. No, don't waste any resources on what we already know is a very corrupt fucking system, okay? I understand SNL is actually filmed in fucking New York and everything. It's not technically Hollywood, but at the same time, it's Hollywood. let's not beat around the bush. It's Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, fuck the mainstream media. Fuck mainstream social media and stuff like that. Fuck it all. But at the same time, Trump, don't you dare even attempt to waste resources just investigating fucking Saturday Night Live and all that shit. You need to stop.
Not fucking worth it.
You need to fucking stop right there. Like, just say fuck SNL. Just tweet fuck SNL and then be done with it. And you know what? I will respect you more for it, Trump. Okay? I understand you're the president. You're not supposed to use certain type of language. And people are going to probably say, like, we thought, you know, you were better than this or something like that. No, just be you, Trump. Just say fuck SNL and then move on. God damn it. Then 4 minutes later, he tweeted in all caps telling us how he apparently now views the iconic comedy show as part of those threatening our nation. The rigid and corrupt media is the enemy of the people. Kinda. I mean, I don't believe they're the whole enemy of the people, but I mean, yeah, they're kind of fucked up and they do lead to more problems and they escalate shit that doesn't need escalating. But at the same time, Trump, just say fuck SNL and move on. Damn it.
Please.
Could Trump be laying down the groundwork to declare another national emergency to silence SNL? If he does, I will fucking personally go to Twitter and retweet that motherfucker over and over again saying, take it back now. Delete this shit. Stop being a pussy, you fucking orange pussy. Aside from the absurdity of the idea, it also violates the First Amendment right to free speech, as the American Civil Liberties Union was quick to point out. True. I don't necessarily see an issue with that. That actually would be a violation of the First Amendment. If government interference is in play to silence SNL, then yeah, that's a violation of the First Amendment. Don't do shit like that. But before you dismiss the idea entirely, keep in mind two things. Wait, what? But before you dismiss the idea entirely, keep in mind two things. I want to know where you're going from here, CNN. First, an Ipsos? An Ipsos poll in August found that 44% of Republicans believe Trump should be able to close news outlets for bad behavior. Do you have any doubt that if Trump called for comedy shows to be more fair and balanced in their criticisms of Republicans, his base would not be would not cheer? Okay. Here's the issue with that. There are other laws about libel and slander. And true, you are allowed to say and do as you please. But here's the issue. When do you actually start realizing that you are actually breaking libel laws or slander laws? Because those are actual laws that do not violate the First Amendment, and it does not violate free speech in general, but they exist because, well, it has been proven in the past that media outlets can write something about somebody. It could be completely false, and that could potentially ruin a person's life. So that's why those types of laws exist, because even if the press does have the freedom to say as they want and please, if it starts to ruin the actual lives of people around them, then they're going to be held accountable for the damage that they have caused with their written and or spoken words. So again, CNN has a point, but at the same time, the counterpoint can definitely come into play of the whole, well, maybe don't fucking slander the guy. Maybe don't fucking say anything that's liable. You dumb shits. Don't do that, and you will be okay. If you want to say it's just an opinion, fine, fucking say just an opinion. I believe that's kind of like the get out of jail free card when it comes to slander and libel pieces. Anyways, we might even see a majority of Trump fans supporting silencing SNL, especially since the right has long viewed Hollywood and the entertainment industry as anti-Republican. You kind of are. Let's not even fucking beat around the bush on this one. When, what's his face? When Tim Allen came under fire because he said he was actually a conservative, he lost his fucking TV show. About a year and a half worth of complaining, he eventually got it back. But he got fired almost immediately after pointing out that he was a conservative in a fucking interview. So don't try to sit there and say that Hollywood has always been an anti-Republican play, and that's just ridiculous. No, it is. It's a fact. You guys are very anti-Republican. You're very anti-conservative. A lot of the times, Republican and conservative actors and actresses get fucked over because they come out as those things. So don't even try to pretend like you haven't actually done shit like this. Of course, Trump and his base would undoubtedly never support forcing Fox News to truly be fair and balanced. I actually would want Fox News to be fair and balanced. I want CNN to be fair and balanced. I want everybody to be fair and balanced. Stop being fucking one-sided, you stupid dumb shits. And second, it wouldn't be the first time a GOP president used his power to silence comedic criticism. In 1969, the liberal-leaning CBS comedy show, the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour, mocked then-President Richard Nixon to the point where the comedic duo had made it onto Nixon's enemy list. Nixon then used his well-placed allies in the ranks of CBS executives, including CBS programming chief Robert D. Wood, to get the show canceled. That's a lot. Wow. These guys. I'm going to kind of stop at that point just because, like, there's more that they're writing, and it just feels like it's going around and around. They just keep covering kind of the same thing. Trump, Orange Man bad. Trump is a bastard. I don't like him. I want him to go away. Like, no, this is, God damn it. Okay, we get it. We get it. You think that Trump is evil. Fuck. I think he's a fucking idiot. Can we go back to just calling him an idiot? And everybody just thinks he's a fucking idiot? It'd be a great idea.
He is.
He's a fucking idiot.
And I hate having to sit there and stand up for him for the shit that he actually does right. Because then it makes me look like I don't think that he's not stupid. No, I think he's completely fucking retarded. On the other hand, shit like, oh, I don't know, maternity leave for men and, like, or I should say women and men, since women already get maternity leave, but women and men, like, getting significant fucking maternity leave, fighting for that, I'm all for that. Anyways, yeah, we gotta stay on topic here. Okay, so.
No, it's just no violations of the First Amendment. At the same time, you have to understand, if you violate libel and slander laws, you are going to be held accountable. You are going to be in trouble. If Trump decides to create a fucking goddamn crusade or a campaign, if you will, to essentially take down SNL for their highly biased fucking opinions of him and all that shit, well, you know what? I'm gonna actually have to side with SNL on that point, because I'm just gonna basically stand in front of standing between SNL and Trump, and basically look Trump in the eyes and say, "Stop being a dickless bitch. Seriously, I don't watch the show because they're just not fucking funny anymore. But Jesus fucking Christ, let them do their goddamn dumb shit show."
Yep.
All right. Fuck. Would you be so opposed if there? Well, actually, when Obama was in office, Trump was actually a fucking Democrat. So let's not even try to pretend that he would have been a. Anyways, no, it's fucking stupid, because like put the other shoe on the foot. If we had Hee Haw still, very fucking right leaning, very conservative, very Republican SNL type show. If we had Hee Haw still, and they made a lot of fucking anti-Democrat, anti-Nancy Pelosi jokes, do you think that it would be okay for Nancy Pelosi to just suddenly create a fucking campaign to get rid of Hee Haw? No, I would, and the Republicans would be against that. They'd basically say, like, you know, hey, you stupid bitch, it's just a comedy show. Leave it the fuck alone.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying to Trump right now. It's a stupid comedy show. Leave it the fuck alone.
Yeah. Get the fuck over it. It's really not as big of a deal as you're making it.
It really isn't. But again, at the same time, I have to continuously say, fuck you, mainstream media. I don't like you.
Stupid ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty fucking much. Orange Daddy was the original centrist. You know what, Bacon? Sometimes you really push my goddamn buttons, you little shit, all right? Like, I don't know what's going on in your fucking brain over there, but it's clearly piss off Brockus as much as you can. Well, you got me, motherfucker.
Well, I got another thing that we can all probably agree on.
Is another article you have?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
Lion has claws amputated by Palestinian zoo so visitors can, quote, play with it.
No.
Yeah. The 14-month-old cat has had her claws shorn off, and animal rights campaigners say it would have been agony for her, blah, blah.
Yeah.
A zoo has been slammed after it declawed a young lioness so that children can play with it without being scratched. Handlers at the Rafah Zoo in Gaza, Palestine, clipped off the 14-month-old big cat's claws with shears after putting a shroud over its head.
Wow.
Bizarrely, the lion still has a full set of very sharp teeth, yet the zoo is allowing children to play with the predator freely. So, two things here. Number one, a lot of people don't know this. When you declaw a cat, big cat, small cat, I want you to look up what declawing is. And then I want you to look up the anatomy of the human nail bed. Essentially, if you were to declaw a human, you would be taking off everything from the last knuckle first knuckle, the one right behind the nail, forward. The entire fucking thing. So I'm just sitting here and I'm like, okay, why are you declawing a huge fucking cat who has immense amounts of fucking strength? Regardless, okay, so cat can't scratch anymore. Okay, little cats can't scratch anymore. Cool, they're not that fucking strong. They can still bite, but you can still like shake them the fuck off. Cool. Big fucking cat, big fucking muscles, big fucking cat can still pull you in and fucking get you at your jugular. You fucking retards. Okay. So, Park's owner said he was trying to reduce the lion's aggressiveness so it can, quote, be more friendly to visitors. Yeah. It wasn't cruel because the zoo wants to bring smiles to children. And the lioness will not lose its innate nature. We want to bring smiles to children while increasing the number of visitors to the park, which suffers from high expenses. Oh, and declawing a fucking big cat isn't a fucking high expense. Okay, that's smart. But the Big Four Paws charity say the procedure is horrific and agonizing for the lion. Again, yes, you're chopping off its fucking fingertips, essentially. For big cats, removing claws is particularly vicious procedure, which causes long-lasting damage. Understandable. Natural behaviors such as grabbing food or climbing is hardly possible without an animal's claws. True. Since the amputation was not done in a proper vet clinic, the chance of infection is high. Yeah, they literally did it out in the sun. Just like out in the fucking paddock where they keep, and you can see these are literal shears. And they're not just taking off just the claw, because even if you take off just the claw, it's, if you've ever had a friend who's lost a freaking nail, like a toenail, a fingernail, and then it fucking grows back and it grows in weird, same fucking thing happens with animals. Yeah, not too fucking cool. I had a cat that was declawed, as in I adopted it because she was still using her back claws because she was a cunt. She'd grab the owner. She would run up to the owner, hold on to her with a death grip with her front paws, bite into her, and then use her back claws to sit there and like scratch the fuck out of her. So she wanted to get rid of her. I take her and she never fucking did that shit to me, not once. So I learned real quick about declawing, and I'm like, wow, okay, I will never fucking do this to any animal. Ever. It's, yeah. I'm just like, no, that's really not cool. Especially out in fucking, where the fuck is this again? God damn it, I can't even remember. Are you even there? Hello? Oh, he muted himself. He must have gone pee.
I muted myself and forgot I had muted myself. I was responding, but I was also laughing really fucking hard because I saw something on Twitter that cracked me the fuck up.
Yeah, so in Palestine, and I'm just like, no, this, I'm not okay with this. I'm just like, that's really just kind of fucked up. I don't care if you're doing it to a wild safari animal or you're fucking like pet at home. Believe me, I understand the reasons for it. Believe me, I do. You fucking cunt. Yeah, this cat has given me more fucking, like, I scar easily. So don't like take it as, oh my god, she's beating the shit out of me. Take it as she'll fucking barely scratch me and I'll fucking scar. So
I just wanted to go ahead and point this out. This is a meme that was recently sent to me.
I know.
It's gonna be huge. I
Yes.
I love this. This is gonna be fucking huge. I already retweeted this and tagged Semaj and said I fucking love this shit. I lost my shit with this. I really was. One of the reasons why I had muted myself was because I was coughing, and then almost immediately after I saw this and was just laughing hysterically. I fell out of my fucking chair. I'm not even gonna hide that. Actually, I was laughing so hard I fell out of my fucking chair because now I'm just like, Semaj, I need a series of Brockus Trump fucking. I need a series of Brockus Trump pics just to like make thumbnails with. I'm gonna become the best orc, the greatest orc. I'm gonna orc it so much you're gonna love it.
Oh my god!
Nobody can orc. Nobody can orc better than me.
Brockus man bad. Brockus man bad.
Brockus man bad. Oh god, it's too good. Continue with what you were saying. I just needed to point that out. It's so fucking good.
So yeah, no, essentially, fucking mean ass motherfuckers, declawing a fucking like year-old fucking kitten fucking lion. Okay, if you've ever had a year-old cat, poor little fucking baby lion, well, not baby, but like young teenage-ish like brained lion. I'm just like, that is so fucking heartless. And y'all are doing it for the kids to fucking play with them. No, you're not fucking cool. You're a fucking prick. And I hope that y'all get shut the fuck down. I really do. I'm not a PETA person at all, whatsoever. Really, I'm not. And I deal with my fair share of fucking scratchings from my cat to a point where I've considered fucking getting her ass declawed. Believe me, I have. On the other hand, I won't. Because I know how fucking horrible it is. Like, she ever gets out, dude, she can't fucking defend herself. Same with this lion, like, defenseless for fucking life. Can't fucking tear up its meat. Has to do it, like, literally with pressure of paws and hoping to God that its fucking teeth shredded up enough. Yeah, I'm just like, y'all are fucked up. Anywho.
It's beyond stupid because I understand that little kids want to go and play with these giant cats and these fucking and wolves and things of that nature. And you know, because when I was a kid, I wanted to go and fucking play with a tiger. I wanted to go and play with the lions and shit. I wanted to go to the zoo and fucking hang out. Oh my god, I just realized that was one thing I never got to do as a kid. Anyways,
one thing you never got to do?
Well, I live in California, so there's a lot of experiences that California kids actually get to have that most other kids don't. Like, I've never been to Disneyland. I've been to Disneyland so many times. It's like, it's just kind of like a Tuesday for me now. That's how it feels. Like, I love Disneyland to death still.
Fuck you, Cali boy.
But the fact that Disneyland is kind of in my backyard allows me to, like, you know, be able to experience far more often than somebody in, say, New York. And then, of course, I also have Knott's Berry Farm, which is another somewhat big named theme park that only exists in my backyard. And then Six Flags has amusement parks all across the nation, so everyone can experience Six Flags. That's not actually a problem. But Disneyland, I can probably, like, all I have to do is save up for a couple of weeks, and then I could just hit up my buddies and be like, yo, Saturday, Disneyland? And everybody just be like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. So again, there's a lot of things that I got to experience as a kid that not a lot of other people really probably did get to experience, despite being poor as fuck. That's a long story that I don't want to get into right now. But yeah, going to a zoo is something I've never experienced. I've never been to a zoo. I've been to farms. I've had a goat bite me in the ass, but I've never actually, that's not literal, but a goat did kind of headbutt me at one point. It was funny.
You've never been to a zoo? You never went to San Diego?
I've never been to the San Diego Zoo. I've never been to any kind of zoo.
What?
No, it's
Dude.
I've never been to any kind of zoo, and I've always wanted to go to zoos. The closest to zoos I've been to is like reptile exhibits, like rundown ass reptile exhibits that's been there for like 30 years, but it used to be something the fuck else or some shit like that.
Oh my god, no! You gotta check out San Diego. Excuse my yawning. Only reason I even know about San Diego Zoo is because my mom's boyfriend, when I was 12, had a ship reunion in San Diego. Part of the frickin' reunion was going to a zoo, going to Tijuana, and fucking hanging out at the convention center, and them talking like about their war stories and shit. And holy shit, being 12 years old and hearing about fucking like thinking, oh, there's a garbage bag in the sea and it's actually a fucking dead body as you go to bring it up. Oh, that's some fucking weird ass shit.
Okay.
But it was great. Fucking great. Anyways.
But yeah, I've never been to a zoo. But still, okay. So like as a kid, a lot of kids want, you know, if they go to a zoo, they want to go and they want to hang out with the tiger. They want to go and they want to pet the fucking giant bear and shit. They want to go and pet and hang out with the dangerous animals. But here's the thing. Those kids don't know that they're dangerous animals most of the time.
Yeah.
Like there's obviously an age range of like, you know, they're still kids, but they understand.
Yeah.
And it's admirable for you to want to have an animal like that, like a lion, who is actually, you know, domesticated enough to where you can actually have children interact with the lion and the lion actually accept it. But you've got to understand, it's still a fucking lion. And if one of those little bastards actually hits it wrong in the wrong spot way too fucking often, I don't care how domesticated the animal is, it will eventually bite. Or bite at the child, which will cause you to pull out your fucking guns and Harambe that damn thing. All right? you need to, everyone needs to
exactly.
fucking
They
stop
thought
with
Harambe was all nice. No, bitch. Harambe had an attitude.
It does. That's not even necessarily what I mean. But it's the fact that these are wild, dangerous animals. The only people that can truly handle animals like that, because they're fucking trained professionals to do so, are basically the zookeepers and people of that nature. You know, the people who studied these animals and actually went to school and learned hands-on, as well as in some kind of a fucking, I don't know, hypothetical simulator. Most likely, use your imagination. What would happen if you did this to a rhino? It'd probably gore the fuck out of me. But that's basic. There's trained professionals who know how to fucking handle these animals and stuff. Not kids. Never kids, you fucking idiots. Okay? I understand, and it is an admirable thing, but fuck you. You mutilated that goddamn poor lioness, you pieces of shit. That is my favorite fucking animal. I will not stand for this garbage. Is there a petition to have these people fired?
Right? Right? I'm just, if nothing else, it's just fucking heartbreaking.
It is.
Like,
it really is.
I don't understand why, like, I don't know. Again, I'm not fucking PETA. I'm just saying here, and I'm like, could be a fucking big cat, could be a fucking dog, could be, like, any fucking animal. Like, a fucking giraffe. Okay, everybody, I'm pretty sure everybody's on board saying, hey, you know, giraffes really aren't violent fucking animals. Yeah, they aren't, but they fucking can be. Okay, are you going to knock off its fucking, like, hooves because, dear God, its hooves could fucking sit there? Hooves? Feet?
It would be hooves.
Hooves. Yeah. Would you knock those off just because it could knock somebody out if it decided to fucking run? No? Okay then. Why the fuck would you do that to any other animal?
I don't think giraffes actually kick, to be honest. I
think
giraffes...
Yes, they do.
I've never seen a giraffe kick, okay? Toys R Us has lied to me then. No.
Giraffe aside now. Fuck you, fake.
That's not even necessarily all the, like, these are fucking wild animals. Even the most common domesticated dog will actually take a bite at somebody if you fucking push it far enough. And kids have a tendency to do that. They have a tendency.
Absolutely.
If you didn't raise your child correctly and you just let them do whatever the fuck they wanted, guess what? Your kid is probably going to do something to an animal that's going to piss them the hell off, and it's actually going to fucking be really bad for them and shit. And even if you do raise your child correctly, I'm not even going to lie, because sometimes kids are just flat out assholes, all right? Even if you are a great parent and you treat your child with respect and you're actually a wonderful mother, you're a wonderful fucking father, it doesn't really matter, and your son is still kind of a dick, guess what? Your son is still kind of a dick, or your daughter is still kind of a bitch. Whatever the case is, it doesn't fucking matter.
Teach your kids to fucking respect animals and people. Like, what is so wrong about this? Why do people allow their fucking crotch goblins to, like, yank on the ears of dogs and pull on the tails of cats? I will never understand that.
That's
ever
confusing.
in all my fucking life.
If you want to take your kids to a zoo where they can actually pet the animals, go to the petting zoo section, okay? You're probably going to see a lot of domesticated farm animals like sheep and goat and ducks and fucking pigs and things of that nature, because those are animals that, again, could have a mean streak. You know, a domesticated pig or an undomesticated pig, a wild pig is actually a boar or a warthog, however you want to fucking say it. It has
Fuck
tusks.
With a boar. Fuck with a boar. Watch what a wild boar in Texas. Fuck with one of them. See what the fuck happens to you.
You're gonna get hurt badly. Okay.
Yeah.
But like that's just the nature of the animals. They're domesticated. There's a reason why that those animals are in the petting zoo. There's a reason why house cats are the size that they are and dogs are the size that they are. When you've domesticated a breed, they are far more docile, but they are also smaller than their wild counterparts. If you put a pig in the wild, it will go feral eventually. And once it's gone feral, you will notice a significant size difference. The fucking thing will actually be bigger with more muscles. It'll suddenly have tusks growing and it'll have wild fucking hair. That thing will try to kill you as well. Once an animal goes feral, it gets bigger and it tries to kill humans and shit. It's just, I'm not saying all, I'm just saying that's just, it's a general thing.
Hashtag not all.
Go to the fucking petting zoo. If you really want to take your kids to a zoo and they can pet the animals, go to a fucking petting zoo. Don't try to let them pet the fucking tigers. That's a stupid idea. Do you know what happened the last time some jackass tried to pet a fucking tiger? He got mauled to death. Do you know how long ago that was? I think it was like 3-4 years ago.
Hell, even Siegfried and Roy had fucking these special relationships with their tigers, and they'd never harm each other, and they were all playful. Yeah, what the fuck happened there?
Yeah, the one tiger that decided to maul one of them. All of a sudden, but we did not actually domesticate that one as much as we had domesticated the other ones. It was relatively new. It was kind of fresh out of the wild. Then don't put it in your show, you dumb shit. If it's not stage ready, don't put it in your show. Also, stop bringing fucking dangerous animals into your magic show, you sons of bitches. You fucking fags. God damn you, Siegfried and Roy. We are doing the magic show, and then Roy got mauled by the tiger. I don't know. I don't know why this happened. It did. The tiger did not like him.
Yeah, really. No shit, dude.
It's just again, they are still wild animals. You think a chimpanzee, despite how nice it is, won't at some point, I don't know, snap and rip your fucking face off? It will.
Literally. It's happened before.
Do you think a monkey won't lose its shit on you and then in turn start flinging shit at you or quite possibly try to stab you to death when you're not looking?
Right.
It's a spider monkey. It's probably one of the most domesticated of all monkeys, or simians, I guess you could say, that you could probably ask for. And even they could potentially get very fucking angry and try to kill its owner. This is how animals are, for fuck's sake. Even dogs, the domesticated dog, even dogs could potentially try to bite the owner if they do something wrong. Most of the time, the dog isn't going to do anything. But if provoked, guess what? So I don't like that story at all. Fuck the people who actually declawed that poor lioness. I hope something bad happens. I hope they get fucking diarrhea for the next 3 years straight. They just can't have a solid bowel movement for like 3 fucking years. You know, it's just nothing too bad, but at the same time, they know they fucked up.
Yeah.
Anyways, you know what, we started about 20 minutes late, but at the same time, I think we are coming up to the end. We're coming up to it's 10 o'clock for me. It would be, I think, 11 o'clock for you. No, yeah. 12 o'clock, midnight.
I got a really good good feely story if we want to end on something nice.
That's fine, because the only other story I honestly had for this, and I really should have like spent less time ranting.
Same.
Was leftist op-ed, I'm thinking Operation Education, compares pro-life advocates to anti-vaxxers. I chose this because I thought we'd have fun making fun of anti-vaxxers, but then we found other things to get mad at.
I'm so done with fucking anti-vaxxers lately.
I'm very done with anti-vaxxers. They need to stop with their bullshit, to be honest.
Right? It's
extremely detrimental to the health of basically children.
Everybody.
Yeah.
My brain.
But yeah, let's go ahead and end this off on the on a good good note, I would say.
Yeah. So, as y'all know, I'm fairly patriotic and have an affinity for World War II and especially veterans. World War II Purple Heart recipient turns 100 in Georgia.
Ooh.
A World War II Purple Heart recipient who turned 100 says that age is only a number. Keep moving.
Age is only a number. All right. That's something typically you hear pedophiles say.
Right? I know. I was about to say, let me see where this is going before I judge that.
So far, I'm worried, but I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. Continue. We are talking about someone who's over 100, so it's fine.
Right. Keep moving, Edward Murphy told Fox 5 Atlanta upon reaching the milestone Saturday at a senior living facility in Lawrenceville, Georgia, surrounded by friends and family members. When he was about to be deployed with the U.S. Army's 29th Infantry Division in Germany in 1944, Murphy placed a photo of the Virgin Mary in his helmet. His mother was devout Catholic who had dedicated herself to Mary. One night in battle, oh God, I know this guy and his story. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to try my best not to cry, y'all. Okay.
I'm predicting now you're gonna fail at that.
Dude. One night in battle, they were coming up against the enemy. He said it was a foggy night and they could not see. His daughter, Regina Owens, told the paper. But above on the hill was the enemy with machine guns. All of a sudden, all of his buddies went down, including my dad. His helmet came off, and he looked up, and the picture he saw in the helmet was the Blessed Mother. From that day forward, he was so devoted to her always. His devotion hasn't ever wavered. Whenever I had any problems, he told the paper, I'm satisfied that I get to be 100. I prayed. After the Army, Murphy was a New York City cop for 20 years and an upstate New York judge before moving to Georgia after his wife of 66 years died in 2008. Let me point something out, y'all. This guy is in the minority. Most men who have such a long-term marriage will die within 2 to 5 years of their wife dying. Just so you know. Considering that it's been 11 years now since she died. He's kind of got a good thing going for him. Helping others has kept me going, Murphy said. Anytime you can help someone, help them. And that's his story.
Mm.
Haha, I made it without crying. Yes. I'm a fucking beast. Anyways.
Fantastic. I realized that we weren't paying that much attention to the chat, and I do apologize with that. I've been jumping back and forth between quite a few different tabs trying to keep up on
right. Yes, I'm sorry, y'all.
Your notifications, and then of course my rants. I have been going on far too many rants tonight and shit. I do apologize about that. I'm going to try to do better next week, but we're going to go ahead and end things at this point. We're going to leave off of a really good note because the soldier made it to age 100. He hit the triple digits. Congratulations. What do we have coming up? Oh, keep your eyes and ears out for the upcoming next hand solo. Hopefully Schmeckle will actually attend to that one, because the last time he passed out. He woke up, I guess, halfway through the show as it was going on, and was just like, fuck it, and just went back to sleep. So we can't be too mad, because we still got to do our hand solo, and the return of Semaj. It was fucking fantastic. It was great. Everybody loved him. It's Semaj. We love Semaj. And then of course we had this past Saturday's show where every time Schmecko left, I swear to God, me and Semaj went straight back to the weeb shit. We immediately brought up fucking more anime stuff, and it's just like, is this like the default for me and Semaj? We get together and we just like, hey, so what anime have you been watching lately? Why do we always got to talk about anime? I don't know. We're so sad about comic books. We don't have anything good to talk about with it. Fair enough. All right, so yeah, I've been watching this, and that's just how it's become.
Yeah, society is shit, so why don't we sit here and focus on something that's still entertaining and makes us happy?
Exactly. A lot of things are garbage right now. The political climate is horseshit. Twitter is just a trash fire. Facebook is awful and selling your secrets off to the FBI. Trump is still an idiot. I'm going to still hold on to that one. He's still an idiot. But, I like some of the things he has done. I like some of it. The fact that Black unemployment has been down at record fucking numbers. Congratulations. That's awesome. That he's tackling issues that are actual fucking issues. That's fucking great. At the same time, Trump, stay the fuck off Twitter, or just keep it simple and sweet. Fuck, insert whatever you're having an issue with, and then walk away. That's it, Trump. Just say fuck blank and fucking walk away. God damn it, you stupid shit. Anyways, other than that, yes, we have a hand solo coming up sometime later on this week, and then of course the usual Saturday night show, and then of course the following CNN. There might be some other shows that we actually tamper and work around with throughout the week. I don't know what we actually have coming up, but I have a couple more weeks before I officially go back to work.
Yay!
So I don't know. Anyways, thank you everybody who actually came and watched us, and just for you, let me go ahead and actually give a thank you to all of you on a personal level. Geo, thank you for watching. Psycho216, thank you for watching. Object of Hate, Fakest, thank you for watching. A Wild Fox Appears, aka Snow Fox, thank you for watching. Blue Collared Canuck, thank you for watching. Who else do we have in the chat? Who else has actually been here? I know for a fact that my buddy Marfleas actually showed up at one point, or maybe I'm conflating the Poisoning the Well stream. I think Toya also showed up at one point. Either way, thank you guys for watching if you actually were watching. Nella Possessed, thank you for watching. Kitty Stalker, thank you for watching. That is a weird fucking name. Why are you stalking people's cats? That's a fucking weird ass goddamn thing. Nail-Tay was here. Oh, I didn't notice that Nail-Tay was here. Damn it. Oh, Nail, thank you for if you guys aren't familiar with Nail-Tay, she is absolutely fucking adorable. Go show some love to Nene and just, say the orcs sent you and all that stuff. She is cute. She is adorable. And if you want a good laugh, go and follow her on Twitter, because sometimes she has some fucking amazing zingers with some dumb people. Like, even if you don't necessarily agree with her politics or agree with her opinions and shit, her zingers are pretty goddamn spicy at times, and they're just fucking hilarious. Baron Aguilar, Bearded Wizard, thank you for watching. Oh man, I don't think I'm going to be able to actually get anybody. I'm going to get one more that isn't somebody who I already fucking...
Thurg, thank you for watching. Nella Possessed, thank you.
Thurg has actually been here since pretty much the beginning. Thank you for watching. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get the fuck out of here. This has been CNN, the Cunt News Network. We brought you the news that's been brought by somebody else. With me, as always, as usual, my co-host, Sestra.
Hey, have a good one, y'all.
Good night, cunts, and get the fuck out.